40,000 years ago, your ancestors hunted giant tuna in deep ocean. Salt spray burns your skin. Wood creaks beneath your feet. A narrow canoe carved from a single tree trunk sways over blue ocean depths, while dark currents pull your fragile craft far away from land. You grip a thin braided fiber line. What drove prehistoric families out into such treacherous open waters? Shorelines offered easy shellfish. Tides provided predictable meals. Yet coastal forage could not satisfy expanding prehistoric communities, requiring concentrated fatty acids for heavy brain metabolism. Caloric necessity forced bold ocean innovation. Why did early humans abandon safe shallow reefs for high-risk offshore waters? Australian National University archaeologist Sue O'Connor investigated this ancient mystery. She excavated Jerimalai Cave in Timor-Leste. Her research team dug through ancient limestone cave sediments to extract carbonized charcoal alongside microscopic fish remains. Deep soil strata revealed long-buried technological breakthroughs. Could 40,000-year-old cave floor deposits rewrite human maritime history? Radiocarbon dating confirmed astonishing antiquity. Biological remains dated back 42,000 years. Archaeologists uncovered meticulously ground fish hooks carved from thick sea snail shell alongside thousands of ocean fish bones. These dense artifact layers formed a massive midden. A midden is an ancient rubbish heap containing discarded food remnants and tools. How did prehistoric artisans craft circular shell hooks without metal implements? The excavated bones belonged to fast oceanic hunters. Bluefin tuna dominated lower cave strata. Pelagic fish, ocean creatures that swim in deep open waters far from shoreline reefs, require targeted offshore hunting strategies. Coastal archaeologist Geoff Bailey mapped these ancient paleo shorelines. What kind of courage did your ancestors possess to navigate beyond visual sight of land? Glacial ice sheets locked up global seawater. Ocean levels plunged hundreds of feet. Ancient islands featured sheer underwater drop-offs, where powerful pelagic currents swept massive prey close to rocky headlands. Steep maritime cliffs overlooked dark abyssal waters. Would your ancestors dare to launch wooden craft directly into abyssal currents? Preparation required weeks of dedicated forest labor. Women stripped tough inner tree bark. Hunters twisted raw hibiscus fibers into continuous multi-ply lines engineered to withstand hundreds of pounds of sudden violent shock. Sticky tree resins sealed every knotted splice. Could your bare hands endure hours of intense friction against coarse plant cordage? Shell hook fabrication demanded extreme manual precision. Artisans rubbed thick sea snail shells against rough sandstone. They crafted rotating circular hooks, engineered to slide into a monster fish jaw corner and hold fast without snapping. Kilu Cave in the Solomon Islands yielded matching prehistoric tackle. Can you picture sitting inside a smoky cave, shaping shell tackle by firelight? Dawn breaks over grey coastal water. 4 paddlers work in rhythmic unison. You leave calm lagoon waters behind as towering ocean swells roll beneath your carved hull, carrying your team offshore. Ocean currents pull your craft southward. Do you feel the heavy stillness of paddling past the outer reef edge? Hunters deploy trailing fiber lines into deep water. They utilize ancient trolling methods. Trolling, dragging baited hooks through deep water behind a moving craft, allowed your ancestors to simulate fleeing prey fish across pelagic feeding zones. Polished mother-of-pearl lures shimmer beneath clear swells. How long would your body endure burning tropical sun while waiting for a strike? A massive shadow accelerates from abyssal depths. Water erupts in violent white spray. A 600-pound ocean giant strikes the baited shell hook, jerking your hollowed canoe sideways across surging ocean waves. Braided plant cordage hums under extreme strain. What happens when your fragile craft becomes anchored to a thrashing sea monster? You expect a typical seasonal fish. The abyss yields something ancient. These sea monsters were not young, oceanic migrants, but centuries-old leviathans that had roamed abyssal trenches since before your grandfathers were born. Otoliths preserve their immense longevity. Otoliths are tiny earstones inside a fish that record seasonal growth rings inside trunk wood. Did your ancestors realize they were battling creatures older than their own oral traditions? The sea giant dives toward dark ocean trenches. Plant fibers cut deeply into bare skin. Blood drips from your blistered palms while your teammates lean over opposite gunwales to prevent the canoe from capsizing into shark-infested water. Brine splashes over carved wooden sides. Can your lungs sustain the agony of unyielding muscular exhaustion? Friction burns your trembling hands. The wooden hull groans under immense torque. Your ancestors bound heavy grooved stones onto cordage to create submerged drag, forcing deep-diving giants to fight gravity alongside line tension. Hydrodynamic resistance slows the beast down. How could ancient plant fibers endure continuous violent tugs from an abyssal giant? Dark dorsal fins slice through rolling swells. Apex predators sense the underwater struggle. Blood in the water attracts oceanic white-tip sharks that circle your unstable canoe, threatening to consume the catch or capsize your vessel. One careless movement brings instant death. Would you cut the line or risk your life to preserve your tribe's vital catch? Tropical sunlight bakes your salt-crusted skin. Dehydration restricts your throat. Hours of continuous physical strain test your core muscles as your team balances the craft against unpredictable open ocean swells. Numbness spreads through your aching shoulders. Can human endurance overcome the brute physical power of an abyssal leviathan? Muscle fibers reach absolute physical limits. The sea giant tires in deep water. After hours of grueling struggle, the silver leviathan surfaces alongside your wooden hull, flashing iridescent blue pigments under blazing sun. Bone-tipped harpoons strike with fatal precision. How did ancient hunters haul 600 pounds of dead weight onto a narrow log? Synchronization prevents total vessel destruction. Hunters deliberately submerge one gunwale. They roll the sea giant over the side before swift bailing hands clear incoming water, leaving your craft floating mere inches above rolling swells. Reduced freeboard increases capsizing risks. Freeboard is the height of a vessel's side between the waterline and the top edge. Can you picture the adrenaline surging through your veins after landing an abyssal monster? Heavily weighted wood sits low in water. 4 paddlers turn against head tides. Your ancestors navigated open ocean by reading swell angles, wind changes, and distant cloud caps hovering over unseen island peaks. Distance shrinks with every disciplined stroke. How did prehistoric navigators locate tiny island targets across vast featureless waters? Beach hearth fires smoke along distant shores. Welcome chants echo over quiet reefs. Coastal families rush into shallow surf to haul the sea giant onto dry sand, preparing communal feasts that sustained human groups through lean months. Rich oceanic nutrients nourished growing children. Did ancient deep-sea hunting forge the social cooperation that shaped early human society? Your body carries this ancient maritime legacy. Modern hands retain inherited strength. Dense muscle fibers, extraordinary grip endurance, and spatial orientation abilities evolved because your ancestors conquered open ocean giants 40,000 years ago. Prehistoric memory resides inside your nervous system. Will you recognize the ancient resilience quieted inside your own body? Sunsets over quiet coastal tides. A single shell hook rests in dark mud. You stand upon the modern shore while 40,000 years of ocean hunting echo through your heartbeat.